Grandmothers usually provide an invaluable source of stability, comfort, and guidance. But when a grandmother exhibits covert narcissistic traits, the situation becomes a lot more complex and a lot less stable and comfortable. Covert narcissists display behaviors such as passive-aggressiveness and a need for constant validation. They can also be emotionally manipulative, using guilt-tripping and shaming to get what they want without seeming to directly ask for it. Additionally, covert narcissists tend to devalue the people around them, seeing themselves as superior while denigrating their friends and partners. While overt narcissists are easily recognizable, covert narcissists can be harder to spot, which enables them to manipulate the people around them without being detected. A grandmother who exhibits covert narcissistic behavior can wreak havoc on family dynamics due to her tendency for manipulation and lack of empathy. She will often express her feelings through passive-aggressive behavior. This might include subtle forms of manipulation or criticism, such as gaslighting, lying, or withholding information or resources from you while providing them to others. She is also likely to constantly play the victim and never acknowledge any mistakes or wrongdoing. To top it all, she will play the victim when confronted about her behavior. These behaviors are designed to make you feel guilty for any issues between you, when in reality it is the grandmother's manipulation and narcissistic tendencies that should be addressed. Covert narcissists are usually overly sensitive to criticism and tend to seek constant validation from those around them. This often manifests as a need for constant attention, compliments, and praise. They are also overly sensitive to perceived slights, taking any criticism to heart and escalating matters unnecessarily. A covert narcissistic grandmother feels the need to maintain control in all aspects of the family dynamic, particularly when it comes to decision-making and how people interact with each other. Despite attempts to appear kind and generous, they will always try to manipulate the situation in order to suit their own needs and desires. This may come in the form of making decisions for others without considering different points of view, criticizing others for their behavior or opinions, or using guilt to make people do as she wishes. In some cases, she may even maneuver family members to play them off against each other in a sick game of triangulation. If a covert narcissistic grandmother is feeling insecure or anxious about something, she may respond by projecting her negative qualities onto someone else in an attempt to blame them for her own shortcomings. This can take the form of verbal abuse such as belittling comments, insults and ridicule, or even physical abuse if left unchecked. Grandmothers who are covert narcissists are experts at emotional manipulation, often using guilt or shame as weapons against anyone who dares challenge them in any way. They may do this by blaming others for their own mistakes, making subtle comments designed to undermine someone's self-esteem, or telling lies in order to get what they want. A covert narcissistic grandmother lacks the ability to truly understand the thoughts and feelings of those around them due to her inability to emotionally connect with them on a deeper level. While they may profess empathy for others, it's not genuine. Instead, this is simply a tool used for manipulation purposes. By appearing to understand or sympathize, they can more easily manipulate the emotions of their victims and gain control over them. Dealing with a covert narcissistic grandmother can be an incredibly difficult situation to navigate. Understanding the signs and behavior associated with covert narcissism is key to protecting yourself from their manipulation and emotional abuse. It is also important to build healthy boundaries, avoid arguments, not feed their ego, and seek support elsewhere to assist with managing your relationship. Ultimately, it's important to remember that you are not responsible for how your grandmother behaves, and you are not responsible for her unreasonable demands, no matter how difficult the situation may seem. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.